Bison Media Zone on WDAY Extra.
And welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Bison Media Zone. We do it each and every Wednesday here on WDAY Extra. Even in the midst of May, we're still talking football, especially with the news that came out this week that North Dakota State will open the 2024 season on national TV against Deion Sanders in Colorado. We found out on Tuesday the game will be played at 7 o'clock on ESPN on August the 29th to open up the new season. And we've been fortunate over the last couple of weeks. We had a couple players come on. We had Logan Kopp on a few weeks ago. And I'm super pumped to have our guest on today, who I've known since he was a junior in high school. I feel old now because now he's a junior in college. It's our pleasure to welcome Cole Payton on this Wednesday, who joins us on the Bison Media Zone, fresh off his day job working with the Red Hawks. Tell us about how this came about.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dom. Well, being a sport management major, I need, like 500 internship hours to graduate, and so this qualifies, and so I was able to get a job with the Red Hawks selling tickets.
So when people are coming to the games this summer, they're going to see you're the face. You're the first face everybody's going to see. Is that what you're telling me?
One of them. We got a big crew. We got a good team. It takes a village. So.
Why sports management? Why was that intriguing for you to major in that?
I mean, I love sports. I grew up around sports, and sports make the world a better place. And so, yeah, I want to be around sports forever.
What have you enjoyed so far in the first couple of weeks of working with the Hawks?
Oh, geez, I like how so I'm technically like ticket operations, but that's not all I do.
Yeah.
Like today, for example, they had a game this morning, and it was school day, so there's a lot of kids running around, and I was helping out with the groups and events, kind of, and I even scooped some ice cream. It's just pretty unique because I don't just sell tickets. We do a lot of stuff, and so it's pretty fun.
I imagine then probably when the weather gets bad, you're going to be on the grounds crew and pulling the tarp. Is that coming sometime this summer?
Oh yeah, that'll yet to experience that, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, that could get you in for like arm day with Kramer, right? Pulling that tarp. That's not an easy. I've done that, man. That is not a fun thing to do.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Kramer would count that.
It's great to visit with you. I think to get an inside look of what the off season is like, we've been done with spring football now for 3-4 weeks. What's on the calendar now? Tell us, like, the next month. What do you have for quote unquote football activities, if you have any, frankly?
Yeah, so once finals week started, we were done with football, and then we don't report back here until May 29th is our report date.
Okay,
but and that's when we'll start lifting and running again. But I mean, starting next week, so May 20th, Coach wants us in a weight room somewhere, just to get back in the groove of things. So
I was talking with Logan Kopp about this. This is pretty much the most extended time off you have all year right now, is right? This little 3-week stretch, correct?
Correct. Yeah, 2-3 weeks off in May is our big break. So.
Is it time to put the feet up a little bit, or I mean, I know you're working, but how do you handle that? Or, are you still doing stuff each night?
Yeah, so I guess it depends on the year. Like, if I wasn't working for the Red Hawks right now, I'd probably be back home.
Yeah.
But still throwing football, still running, working out, like I always do. But what I've been doing in Fargo these last couple of weeks, since I've been here with the Red Hawks, is they usually have evening games, and so my shift is like from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. or 12, like noon to 10 p.m. And so I have the mornings to come run or throw footballs and stuff. So that's what I've been doing.
I want to talk just about how the spring went. I didn't get a chance to visit with you during the month, which is crazy because it went by so fast. Tell me the acclimation process of first of Coach Polasek and with Jake Landry. How did that go for you personally?
It went well. I like them both. Yeah, not much changed. It felt like a pretty normal spring ball. Of course, Coach Polasek, he brings a level of emotion and fire, which I think is awesome. Coach Landry being a little more mellow, but they're both great, and there wasn't a ton of change, which is nice. But the twists they brought into the offense are definitely going to help us. So,
was there a big noticeable change? Obviously personality wise there is, Cole, but did you notice anything calling plays or just when the play was coming in? How different was that for you during spring ball?
Not different at all, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, of course we've done a few things differently when it comes to like formations or maybe a couple verbiage things. And then just a couple concepts added and taken out. But I guess that kind of happens even when you keep the same coaches every year. So nothing crazy.
I want to talk about, obviously, the news with Eli Green deciding to move on. When you get that kind of information, how do you process that? A guy that you work with, how do you guys handle that now? I know it's common because it's the portal era, but this is a guy you know him pretty well. How did you handle that when you heard?
I was pretty shocked. It's obviously a bummer. He's an outstanding player, unbelievable athlete, but that's just the way it goes. And so we just kind of got to move on. I shot him a text and just told him good luck and that I loved him and I appreciate him, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That room is so deep, and our whole team, we got players everywhere, and so guys will step up and we won't skip a beat. I
know you have been really front-facing on the collective. Tell me about your involvement in that, why you thought that was important for you to be a part of.
Yeah, I mean, that's just shout out to Jay Bartley and Kurt Whittick. I mean, and then Deb, who's helping out too. They're the ones that kind of reached out to me and some of the other guys, and just doing the best we can to get it out there, because things like the collective will make guys like Eli Green stay, and then it'll attract guys like Eli Green to come to the Bison. So it's big, and hopefully we'll get on the same level as some of the bigger schools. But yeah, it's been good.
How real was it for you to be approached by other schools? Did you hear that this offseason or even during the season? Did you get back channels that, hey, we'd like to talk to you? Did you hear about that at all?
No, personally, I didn't have anybody really reach out. But obviously guys on the team did.
Yeah.
But personally, no.
How odd is that when you hear other guys and, Gray, Cole Wisniewski obviously were being courted? How difficult is that when you're in season and knowing they're getting approached by other schools to come leave? I mean, is it awkward?
Honestly, no. I guess it's just how it is now. And we just kind of roll with it. I guess when you first hear about it and the rumor spreads, it's like, oh my gosh. And then the next day, everyone's like, I don't know. It's just how it is nowadays, I guess. But it's pretty curious when you first hear about it. But yeah, I don't know.
I got to ask, there's a video that I think Coach Hedberg put on Twitter right before spring ball that you are doing. I don't even know how much weight you have on your shoulder squatting there. Can you tell us about that, what you did, and how much weight you actually have on your shoulder doing there?
Oh yeah. We were just testing back squat, and I finished with 435 pounds. So
what was the highest you'd ever done before that?
That's the highest. That was a personal record for me. But we got guys squatting over 500 pounds. So
that feel pretty good to do that though? Was that like a goal? Yeah. Was that a goal to get that done?
Oh yeah. Every year in the weight room, it's a goal to PR and all the lifts. So yeah, it felt good.
I know I saw as well, I think with your QB coach working with a medicine ball and then you throwing. How does that? How do you work with your mechanics on that this offseason to just continue to improve on that?
Yeah, that's always kind of been my main focus. Playing the quarterback position at the college level is mechanics and being consistent, having more arm strength and more accuracy for sure. And so shout out, like you said, my quarterback trainer, John Tegland, back home, just giving me some drills that I've been working on with the med ball. and just to always, sharpen the mechanics.
Take me back to last year. Tell me about how you thought you personally, how things went for you in 2023. Clearly, at the end of the year, you were a weapon that no one could tackle. How would you view your entire season last year?
I thought I did pretty well. It was a blast too. I mean, getting to go to Montana State and Montana, crazy environments, some of the coolest stadiums I've ever played at, and so loud too, which is a ton of fun. But I thought, yeah, I mean, my whole goal was just make the most out of the opportunities I got, and I felt I did that. And so, yeah, I thought it went pretty well.
When that touchdown you had, we were just watching it against Northern Iowa, that blew up, that you were running, I can't remember how fast. How much could you give the guys some hard time? Like, hey, look how fast I am. Everybody else now knows that.
Yeah, that one felt good. That was pretty cool to see that, like, that miles per hour thing or whatever. But no, that was fun.
But to me,
it was blocked up perfectly, so I just had green grass to run.
I knew you were going to say that. To me, though, the more impressive one is the second touchdown in that game. You shook off two guys and scored. I have to imagine that one you have more personal satisfaction on.
Honestly, yeah, that one felt good. Yeah, I just remember it might have been right before the game or during that week. I just remember Coach Roll coming up to me and saying something like, when you get the chance, just run. Just get downhill and run. And so that was my mindset, and that really helped me. So
I'm here, you're in your own bubble during the season, but I'm sure you probably hear even from your friends who go to the games or whatever, Cole, when they ever going to have you throw the ball? Does that get old? Even me asking you, I ask you this all the time. Does that get old, hearing that?
I don't know. I don't care. I hear it a lot, yes. To answer your question, I hear it a lot, but I don't know. I'm used to it, I guess.
I guess the counterpoint is you can show them that the resume tape of last year, you running and scoring in overtime and everybody shutting up in Montana. That's a pretty good, hey, I can do this, though, too, right?
Yeah, that was cool.
How was that? Tell me that play. When I know it's blocked up perfectly, but first play of overtime, man, you go and, tell us about that play and the play call, and then when you actually see the hole that's in front of you, you got to be grinning from ear to ear, right?
Yeah. So it was just quarterback power, and like you said, it got blocked up perfectly, and they didn't have any. I was in, so they knew it was going to be a run, and so they kind of loaded the box, and they didn't have anybody deep, and we collected everything, and we were out the gate, and then it was crazy because I get in the end zone, and because we're playing away, and so like instead of hearing fans cheer, it's just silent, which is pretty cool. But
the competitor in you, I'm sure you love that, right?
Yeah.
I know I talked with Coach Polasek and Coach Hedberg about the potential of using you at other spots. What have they told you? I know you're not going to give us the kitchen sink, but what are your thoughts about maybe lining up at different positions in 2024?
Yeah, I'm really excited. We kind of sampled it a little bit in the spring at a few different positions, and then even some special teams possibly.
Yeah.
And I've had a blast with it, doing those special teams drills. Any way to get on the field and help the team out, I'll do whatever. So,
did you play special teams in high school?
No, I'm trying to think. In high school, I played a couple snaps. Like, there was a couple games I got reps my senior year on defense. Let's see. I played tight end a little bit in my senior year in high school, yeah. I think I had a couple catches, but special teams wise, I guess I was the personal protector on punt. Yeah, so I didn't punt, but I was on punt.
Tell me, when they came to you about this, with this idea, what was your initial reaction about maybe using you at other spots?
Yeah, I'm all for it. Seriously, like I said, whatever it takes, to put the team in the best position, and whatever they need, I'm there for it. And to get more opportunities is a plus. So
just a couple questions left here with Cole. We appreciate his time. You heard, obviously, the news earlier about Colorado and ESPN, first game of the season. Tell me your thoughts on primetime and facing primetime, Deion Sanders, as the first game of the college football season. You guys are going to be in it.
Yeah. We're pumped. I'm pumped. It's going to be electric out there. Yeah. Can't wait for it. Can't wait.
Is it something the guys have been talking about quite a bit?
I mean, yeah, that's our obviously first game, next game. And so, everything we're doing now is to prepare for that first one. And so, it's exciting. It's exciting.
All right. Before I let you go, I maybe make you feel old. I was interviewing Marty Brown during spring ball, and I asked him about Omaha, NDSU connections. He goes, oh, yeah, everybody knows about Cole Payton. And I'm like, he was in high school not that long ago. But tell me, when you hear that, what goes through your mind? I mean, this is not that long ago you won a state championship.
That's pretty cool. I love Marty. He's a really good running back. He's going to be good for us. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I would have been a senior when Marty was a sophomore. And so, and I don't think he was playing much on varsity at that time. But yeah, I don't know. Marty's a great guy, and it's been, I don't know. Omaha's a great city, and we're just glad to be able to represent the Big O. So
you got to give me a couple guys, young guys, maybe we don't know yet on offense that we're going to know come week 2, week 3 of the season. You got to give me 2 guys.
2 guys?
Yeah.
I mean, possibly Marty Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a big one. And then Griffin Empey on the O-line, and Jack Lewinsky on the O-line.
All right.
For sure.
Bison fans love their O-linemen. There's no doubt about that. It's great to see you, man. Congrats on the new gig. I hope to see you out at a Red Hawks game this summer, all right?
Yeah, thank you, Dom. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you, bud. There he goes. Cole Payton, junior quarterback for North Dakota State for this upcoming season. Going to be really intrigued to see where we see number 9 lining up all over the football field this upcoming fall. We'll break. We come back. Big weekend for the Bison baseball team as they get set for their final series of the year with Northern Colorado. We're back on the Bison Media Zone right after this. Back here on the Bison Media Zone, our thanks to Cole Payton for joining us. That was good stuff there. Reminder, we're back. Our final broadcast of the 2023-24 school year tomorrow night. It is a biggie. The Bison baseball team opens up its final regular season series. It'll take on the University of Northern Colorado. Mike Scogan and I, first pitch at 6:30 tomorrow night at Newman Outdoor Field. And the Summit baseball race is as convoluted as it gets. It's even more so than what the Summit League basketball race was the entire winter that we looked at that. As we head into the final 3 games of the season, everything is still up for grabs. St. Thomas holds the pole position right now at 14-9, but this reminder that they are ineligible for the conference tournament. They can still win the league, but they will not be going to Tulsa next week for the baseball tournament. NDSU is a half game back of St. Thomas. Remember, they beat the Tommies 2 out of 3 when they played just a couple weeks ago. Omaha is lying in wait. The Mavericks are there, 2 games back of the loss column of the Bison. They play the Jackrabbits this weekend. South Dakota State would miss the tournament if the standings hold like this. Oral Roberts has been on fire. Golden Eagles take on St. Thomas in St. Paul this weekend. That will be an awfully intriguing series the Bison are keeping their eye on. It's pretty simple. If NDSU sweeps this weekend, they have an outstanding chance to win the league. They take 2 or 3, they got a great chance. It all depends on what happens in St. Paul. We'll be there to bring it to you tomorrow night. NDSU and UNC, 6:30, right here on WDAY Extra. Thanks so much for watching another edition of the Bison Media Zone. We're back with you each and every Wednesday, no matter what time of year it is. We'll see you next Wednesday, everybody, at 10:30 here on WDAY Extra. Thanks so much for watching.